Hey everyone. So, as you know, if you watched my last vlog, we're moving. So, we're in the middle of downsizing, packing, and renovating. So, painting, putting the deck on, redoing the bathroom. As a result, I no longer have my office. I no longer have my studio, and the garden doesn't even really feel like mine anymore. So, I'm sitting in the kitchen, lounge room, dining room area, surrounded by boxes and paint rollers and a ladder and the paper for wrapping things up and some towel rails that we're going to put in the bathroom. Dogs at my feet, and it's raining outside, which means I can't even put the boxes and things out in the studio. So, how am I feeling about all that? I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling cranky at myself, not at Pete, and not at the tradies who can't turn up when it's raining. And I was thinking about this the other day. Some people live in their forever home forever. Some people have been working in their job since we all left school. So for me, I think my friends who've had the one job have been in the job for 30 years or a bit more. Most I ever lasted in one job was 14 years or something, and that was public service. And I was thinking about this. Some people live in small town communities with family, have been in the same job for 30 years, same house for 30 years. They probably paid off the house so they can travel and do what they like. Money's not as much of an issue. And I put my hats off to them. I really, not envy, I'm pleased for them. And I wish I'd known those things when I was growing up and leaving home. Was it because dad died when I was young? Was it because mum didn't talk to me and I didn't have an extended family? I can't keep blaming other people. I just didn't know stuff. I just didn't think ahead enough. And when the family broke up, when I could no longer put up with certain things in a relationship, I still didn't think that through. Would I change it? Well, if I had a do-over, I think I would stay in the same place for 30 years, work-wise and home-wise, because I'd be so much better off financially, because I'd be able to buy the caravan and travel around the world. I'd be able to hop on a plane and go overseas. I'd be able to hop on a cruise and go and see the world. Mind you, if I'd also had common sense back then, I would have known that that was something I wanted to do. So I'm not jealous. I'm just in awe, and I'm just learning so much about me. So the other whinge I had during the week here was that when we want to get things done, I don't have that support I expected to have. So years ago in another town where I grew up, where my kids grew up, I had great friends that I would go and help them do stuff and they would come and help me do stuff. And that was just what it was. Here, that hasn't happened, although we were surprised by a couple of people who've been an awesome support here. I'm not whinging about it. It's just what it is. And so as we get older, do we change who we are? Do we, Pete and I had this discussion, do we stop helping people because we're getting less help ourselves? Now, that's not who we are, but it bears thinking about. And so I said I was a bit cranky. So cranky because I'm not getting things done as quickly as I'd like to here. But also I think we don't know where we're going. That's not just something I said for the video and for the post to keep people guessing. We have a few ideas in mind. And I wasn't joking when I said toss up between local and overseas. That's also a thing we're thinking about. But I think for me that not knowing is a little bit discombobulating for me. So don't have a problem with downsizing, don't have a problem with throwing out or getting rid of a whole lot of things I was keeping. Things that belonged to my parents or my family, my family, especially my dad who died when I was so young, and things that meant something to me because I always thought the kids would be interested. Now, it's probably not going to happen. And I do take photos of some of the things on downsizing and sharing with the kids that talk to me to see if they would like something. So that downsizing doesn't worry me. moving somewhere else doesn't worry me. I can start the garden again wherever we are. What I think, so one of my frustrations is I'm not doing things as quickly around here as I'd like to and as I have done before. But I think the other thing is because we don't know where we're going. So one of the towns where we're looking at, there have been some houses on the market, but they've been under offer before we can even place an offer. Because we can't place an offer until ours is ready for sale and has had an offer on it. So I think that whole we don't know where we're going to live thing is playing on my mind. I mean, we even looked yesterday, do we buy a motorhome and not buy a house yet and just travel Australia? Don't know. And it's kind of okay not knowing. Kind of. So because it's been raining and the tradies haven't been able to finish and we haven't been able to finish, I have painted some things. I've been getting back into my writing again because I'm still planning on having 2 books released very soon. One of them, well, my sequel to Prone Wisdom, Ancient Wisdom, will release in a couple of days' time, available as an ebook and as a paperback, and that's exciting. It feels like ages ago that I wrote about Stella, and the original one, Stella and Luna. So it feels like ages ago that I wrote about Stella being kidnapped and deposited in the middle of Brisbane. You'll have to read the book to find out more about that one. And then my second book, which releases in autumn, Autumn Leaves Are Falling. It's about a little country town in New South Wales and has some interesting characters. And I loved writing it. It's my first proper cozy mystery, paranormal cozy mystery, and I loved writing it. And so the sequel to it, I'm now 27,000 words into the sequel, and it's fun. Are the characters based on people in the little town where I grew up? Some of the names may be familiar to anyone from that town. Characters, not so much. Maybe a little bit, but it's great fun because it's also exploring, because of the books I read as well and the things I watch on TV, also exploring the idea of that magic and that intuition and that the skills and abilities. And so reading the books and writing this one is a great balance for me when I'm stuck in the kitchen, lounge room, dining room area, with nowhere else to go at the moment. So that's where we're up to. We're still planning on having the house on the market very, very soon. By soon, I mean 3 weeks. Probably not soon enough for me, but a realistic amount. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was anxiety. Now, I've always called what I have frustration, but I think it's also anxiety. Listening to a vlog, people we met over in Scotland, I think mine is anxiety. And then I wonder or worry, did my parents have anxiety and do my kids have anxiety? Well, my kids do. But then so many people do in this day and age. Was it not a thing years ago? Well, it certainly wasn't when I was growing up. But one minute I want to have friends and community rallying round, and the next minute I want to be by myself just by myself. I was going to say with 46 cats, but we have like the Jack Russell who doesn't really like cats. And that 46 cats thing was something from when I was younger. So do I have anxiety? Do I have social anxiety? Woolies here drives me crazy, yet I can be in Gatwick Airport or Dubai Airport. No, Dubai Airport was a bit much. And I can walk around villages and streets in Scotland and the UK without batting an eyelid. But social anxiety, yes. Years ago when my kids were growing up and we'd go to the big shopping centres in Canberra, I'd have panic attacks. I didn't tell anyone. I got a bit cranky with my kids and I was probably a bit unfair on my kids. But I was so determined that I wasn't going to have anxiety because that was a form of weakness for me. I don't mind if other people have it, but just I can't not be in control and I can't not always be doing stuff and being right. Very candid here. Didn't know I was going to say all this. This move has certainly been an eye-opener with a lot of things. And also the lunar eclipse last night. Blame it on the moon as well, okay? We had the autumn equinox earlier in the week. So the time when this is equal number of daylight hours and darkness also coincided with Marbon. Well, it is Marbon, the autumn festival, the autumn harvest festival, where we again celebrate what we've grown and prepare for the winter months. And then we had the full moon last night, which was also, like I said, the lunar eclipse. So that energy, that crazy energy, that just full energy, if you know what I mean. I think that's it for now. I just wanted to do this post because I wanted to talk about all those things, from the anxiety to the moving. And the funny thing is, when I said we possibly talked about doing a motorhome trip around, I get claustrophobic in a caravan. I can't walk into a caravan. I go, ooh, and I walk back out. Yet the motorhomes we looked at yesterday, I could do that. Not forever, not instead of my forever home. Well, not instead of a home with a garden. But I could probably do it for 6 or 12 months. I love travel, something I've discovered later in life, but I could probably do it. We're not saying that's what we're doing. We're just looking at our options. And I just wanted to talk to you guys, whoever listens to this, whoever hears this, whoever watches this. I just wanted to voice all of the things I thought. I also wrote some of this in my blog, my written blog earlier in the week, but I was waiting for a time that was relatively quiet here in the middle of the chaos to share my thoughts. That's it for now. So have a great day, everyone, and I'd love to hear what you think. All right, bye.